Thank you so much for clicking on my video. This guide contains all information available on Anomaly for beginners as well as experts. I will explain things simply and go into detail as we progress. Let's learn all about Anomaly in 3 minutes. When you deal damage to an enemy, if your character is the same element as the damage dealt, you will also deal Anomaly buildup. When the Anomaly bubble fills up, if you try to fill it anymore as the active character, it will pop and trigger the Anomaly. This means by swapping out before it pops, you can save a full bubble for later. There's an Anomaly for each element. So what do anomalies do? Well, they all last 10 seconds and can be sorted into 3 categories. Shatter and Assault are instants, they do all their damage instantly and apply a debuff. Shatter also comes with Freeze, which lasts until hit or up to 3 seconds. It will extend stun timers for the same duration spent frozen. Burn is a dot, which ticks every 0.5 seconds. Shock and Corruption are follow-ups, which deal damage when the target is hit. Up to 1 proc per 1 second for Shock or 1 proc per 0.5 seconds for Corruption. They have the same total damage though. TLDR, Corruption and Shock deal the most damage, but you have to work for it. Burn does good damage, Assault does mid damage and applies a dazed debuff, Shatter does the least damage by far and a weak debuff. An enemy can only have 1 anomaly at a time. If you reapply the same anomaly, it will refresh the duration, wasting remaining damage. However, if you apply a different anomaly on the first one, you will have a Disorder. Disorder basically detonates the old anomaly with a flat scaling bonus so the new anomaly can be applied. In this example, by freezing an enemy affected with Corruption, it triggers a Corruption Disorder. All the remaining Corruption happens instantly on top of the Disorder bonus. Then, the freeze applies like normal. Please be mindful that because Disorder removes the old anomaly, you may not be able to trigger set bonuses for Metal DD sets afterwards. So how much damage do anomalies do? The stats used to calc the anomaly's damage is the average of the stats in each of the contributing attacks. Basically, the enemy snapshots every single attack that built the anomaly and uses those to determine the final anomaly damage. Attacks that contributed more buildup have more influence on the final numbers. Anomaly damage is calculated just like any other damage, but instead of crits, your multiplicative scaling stat is Anomaly Proficiency, or AP. There's also another multiplier based on level, 1.69% bonus damage per level, so at level 60 your anomaly damage is increased by 99.7%. Now that we've covered all the things you needed to know, let's speedrun tips and some other helpful stuff. Anomaly Mastery is the stat that determines how much anomaly buildup you deal. Like AP, it's a simple percent stat. While Bang Boo can deal anomaly buildup, they don't affect the damage calculations at all. Skill levels don't affect anomaly buildup, but if you use a skill a lot, you should upgrade them to increase your total damage. Enemy weaknesses and resistances increase and reduce damage taken by the enemy by 20%, but they also affect both anomaly buildup and daze buildup from those elements. This means a tight matchup is doubly important for anomaly, as a resistance can nerf the speed as well as the damage of your anomalies. Every time you trigger an anomaly on an enemy, they gain a 2% buildup resistance to that element up to 20%. Some enemy types have a weakness to certain anomalies that cause them to stagger when it triggers. Disorder inflicts a small amount of daze, also calculated in the snapshotted stats. Assault and Shatter Disorders both have remaining duration bonuses. I really appreciate that you stuck around until the end. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think. Was it helpful? What could I do better? Thanks for watching.